Step your feet hip distance apart. Readjust anything you need. Maybe my voice needs to be higher or lower. Anchor down through your feet. Strengthen your thighs. And on every exhale, imagine that you are lifting your pelvic floor. This is your root. You lift it up and it will create this strong center. Also tuning your belly on your exhales. Let's take 1 minute of a little bit intuitive movements. Breathe in, take your arms up, and then stretch over to the right side. Hold your left wrist, bend your knees a little bit, and make some intuitive movements forward and back. Just keep looking for the best stretch you can have. Finding new lines to open. Come back to the center, we've just started, and then hold the other wrist, sway your body to the left, and take intuitive moment to stretch forward and back. Breathe into the right side body, breathe into the right side lungs. Come back to the center, stretch your arms all the way up. I will just take a second to mute. And then take your arms behind you, interlace the fingers, and then roll your shoulders down and back. Everybody who has just connected, don't worry, we've just started with a little bit of intuitive movements, and then roll right and left. Shake your shoulders one side and then the other. And as always, let's start with breathing. So relax your hands alongside your torso. Close your eyes. And as you breathe in, think about getting longer from heels to crown. As you breathe out, lift your pelvic floor up, tune your tummy. Breathe in, imagine that you are lengthening from the heels to the crown up to something higher. And as you breathe out, you release your outer body, like melting the stress out of your face, outer arms, outer legs. But you keep energy at the belly and lower root lock. 2 more like this. Breathe in to lengthen, open across the torso. And as you breathe out, melt your outer body down, outer arms, outer legs, but keep energy at the center. Think about intention for your practice today. And remind yourself that wherever you are on your yoga journey, the most important part is to enjoy the ride. Let's open the eyes. Stretch your arms all the way up, lengthen, get taller. On your exhale, spread your arms and lower down, belly towards your thighs. Gently bend your knees, pause at the bottom. Soften the back of the neck. Maybe shake your head yes. Shift your sitting bones back and up. Full inhale through the nose. Full exhale through the nose. Press your fingers down to the mat and step to downward facing dog. Right foot, left foot to downward dog. Pedal it out, bend one knee and then the other. Keep pressing down through the fingers. Lengthen through the arms, from fingers through the upper arms towards the torso. Send the energy upward through the sitting bones towards the sky. Keep moving your legs. Enjoy breath. Melt your knees down to all fours. Inhale, open to the cow pose, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Touch the chest to the ground, chin down. Inhale, come back to cow pose, open across the heart. Exhale through cat pose, round the spine into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes and finish a downward facing dog. Few more breaths here, arrive at your downward dog, make it feel familiar. Press the fingers, knuckles. Encourage the heels to move lower, but at the same time, if they don't touch the ground, it's okay. Keep the inner arches lifted of your feet, and then drop your knees again down. Get into O4s, breathe in, spread across the chest, cow pose, untuck your toes. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come back into cow pose, straight your arms. Exhale through cat pose to downward facing dog. So round the spine and then push the ground away, downward facing dog. Step your hands halfway back into the middle of the mat and pause for a moment. Keep sending the sitting bones up. So it's the same sensation as downward dog, but a little bit shorter one. Lower ribs towards your upper thighs to keep the integrity in the belly. Arms are getting longer. Shoulders towards your ears. Then walk your hands all the way back. And let's squat a little bit more narrow way, so toes are pointed forward. Get your hips low, 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 and squat. If this is hard, of course, you can make your squat wider. Walk your fingers forward, armpits in front of your knees, and drop the head down. Breathe to the back of the spine, behind your heart, between the ribs. Keep the head heavy. Then slowly take a look forward, crawl your hands forward, send your knees onto the ground, again into O4s, untuck your toes. Step your knees slightly more backward and the hands like a tiny step more forward. Let's go into passive back bend, so allow your belly and chest to drop down. Keep this passive back bend, 2 more cycles of breath. Melting the belly down and the chest down. Keep your arms strong. And let's start to circle to the right side, forward to the left and back. Keep moving like this. It doesn't need to be a big circle. Start small at first. Then switch direction to the opposite, maybe a little bit bigger circle. Remember, wherever you are on your yoga mat journey, it's okay. And then switch direction one again. And if it feels good, you can even flirt with a cobra when you are forward and then move backward, kind of to child pose. Keep making your own circles. If this is too big, come back to small ones. The aim is to feel amazing. Switch direction one last time. Make your circles. Remember that each time when you go into the back bend, you need to activate your glutes to stabilize you. Finish with your last circle. Spread your fingers wide, press down through the fingers, maybe even micro lift your wrists. This will help you to strengthen the forearms and actually even pulse a little bit with your base of the palms, with the wrist. So all the fingers are pressed to the mat and you lift only this part, like the base of your palm. Let's pulse up and down, only the base, exactly, bravo. So now you can feel how much you need to work with the fingers and forearms to keep your wrist protected in downward facing dog. So this is the feeling that you would like to have in downward dog. So micro lift with the wrist, fingers press down, and as you exhale, you move into downward facing dog. Refine your breaths. And listen up, we will step the feet slightly wider than yoga mat. So step off your yoga mat. Lengthen your arms. Imagine that they are getting longer. Press down through the fingers, shoulders towards your ears. Wrap your upper arms around and in, so there is external rotation in your upper arms, inner rotation in your forearms. Point wrist creases forward. Take one more cycle of breath, sitting bones high up. Walk your fingers underneath your shoulders. So it's a little bit like wide stand, but not super wide, a little bit wider than your yoga mat. Fingers underneath your shoulders, breathing open to the cow pose, chest forward. If this is too much, you can always place hands on your blocks. Breathe out, round the spine into the cat pose, chin to chest. 4 more times like this. Breathing open. If you need, of course, bend your knees. Exhale, cat shape, round the spine, tuck the chin. Keep moving, breathe in, opening, and breathe out, rounding the spine. Do not rush, empty the belly, squeeze the glutes. Breathe in, open up, and breathe out, round. One last time, with your rhythm. Honestly, find your way to the good feelings. Peek down, send your right fingers underneath your nose, stabilize your hips so they don't move as you roll your left arm open. Open through the chest, exactly. Left arm over the left shoulder. Twist from your chest. And let's switch it. Left fingers underneath your nose, keep your hips leveled. Exhale, twist to the right. Long, tasty breaths. Peek down, right arm down, and listen, we will roll our toes in and heels in so that the feet are mat distance apart, toes pointed out. Exhale, come back to the wider Malasana this time. So knees open wide, I will point your direction. Stretch your right arm in front of the right shin, lift your left arm up and start to make circles with your left arm backward. It is not only about flexibility, but also to build the strength behind the left shoulder. A movement full of awareness. And then switch left arm in front of the left shin, left knee, and take your right arm up. Start to circle backward. Spread long lines across your chest. Send your right arm down. And again, let's crawl into all fours. So walk your hands forward, step your knees onto your yoga mat. Lift your right leg up, right knee bends. And watch out, you don't want to collapse into the lower spine. No, no, no. Try to keep lower spine neutral, lower belly pulled in. Take the right knee up and start to look over the left shoulder and start to pulse about 20 times up and down with the right knee, up and down. Feel the work of your glutes on the right side. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Fire those glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peek forward, step the right foot outside the right hand. Lower your hips down a little bit and then start to create circles with your head. You would love to make your neck as soft as it can be throughout the practice. It's a big place of tension. Circle to the other direction. And then step your right foot back, come back into O4, press your hands down, lift your left knee up, don't move your lower spine at O, and then look over the right shoulder, pick at your left foot, start to pulse 20 times, up and down. Isolate this movement from your left side glutes, the muscles at the left side of your buttocks. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the left foot outside the left hand, gaze forward. Drop your hips a little bit lower and start to circle your head again. Squeeze as many feelings from the practice as you can. Take a moment to relax your jaw, soften your eyes. And then move back into O4s. Spread the fingers wide again. Exhale, downward facing dog. We will step the feet apart even wider than before. So feet wider and then the mat much more wider. Imagine Prasarita Padottanasana, the wide-legged forward fold. Again, press the hands to the ground. Make your spine longer, especially the back of your spine, long from fingers to tail. And then walk your hands backward. So you are in a forward fold, but in the wide-legged forward fold. I will point your direction, but stay where you are. And then tilt your weight a little bit to the left foot and then to the right. So you are playing with your hips, swaying them. Allow the inner legs to open for you. Also moving your groins. Keep your feet wide. Exhale, hands to the waistline. Inhale, climb all the way up. Point your shoulders back, lift your heart up. And then release your hands. Turn the right foot to the right side, left foot a little bit to the right side as well. Trikonasana. So we are here. Breathing, open your arms wide. Exhale, right hand onto the right shin. Don't worry, you are at the back of the mat, but soon we will be back in downward dog. Press down through your feet. Lean backward a little bit. Spread long lines across the body. And spread the breath across the body. Take a look down. Place your left fingers down on the same line as your right foot. Turn the left heel up and twist to the right. Squeeze the left side glutes. Shoulders away from your ears. Hips on one level. Take a look down. Come back through the center. Exhale, hands to the waistline. Inhale, climb all the way up. Point your elbows back, and maybe this time, if your lumbar spine is okay with the back bend, you can walk your hands towards the back of your thighs, stretching the chest up. You need to squeeze your glutes and kind of push your hips forward to find this. If it doesn't feel good, stay with your hands on the waistline and just open your heart. 2 more breaths. Express the openness at the front, squeeze the glutes, lengthen the lumbar spine, and then come back up. Pivot your left toes completely to the left, right toes slightly in, open your arms wide. Exhale, left hand onto the left shin, right arm over the right shoulder. Keep openness at your hips, openness at your shoulders. You can point those soft parts of your elbows creases, forward towards your left foot. This will give you a little bit more of external rotation in your shoulders. 2 more long breaths. Peek down, roll your right fingers down, lift your right heel up and twist your left arm towards the sky. Find strength at your legs to find an anti-gravity lift through the upper body. Roll your heart towards the ceiling. And then drop your left hand down, walk through the center. But this time let's walk the hands forward to the top of the mat and step your feet to downward facing dog. We will practice a little bit of rolls for our spine. This will be amazing to lubricate the vertebrae. So bend your knees a little bit and start to tuck your tailbone under and roll forward like a big wave to the plank pose. From plank pose, lift your sitting bones up and the rest of the body slowly follows the wave up to the downward dog. Now drop all the rules out of the window and gently bend the knees and just play with rolling your spine. Like wild animal a little bit. So you are rolling your tailbone, tucking under, making a wave across the spine, almost to the plank. And then back sitting bones guide you up. Get into the feelings. Don't analyze too much. When you will be feeling the wave, you will be doing the wave. One last time, try to wave it across the spine and this time roll forward to the plank pose. Drop your knees down and slowly lower onto your belly. Bend your elbows, belly down. Breathe in, open to the cobra. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, take your elbows in and imagine that your legs are getting longer. Point your toes back. Keep the energy between your knees and energy between your thighs. Squeeze the glutes. Drag your own chest forward, making the upper spine longer in a full extension. And then release your forehead down. Exhale, drop the neck. Push the ground away, lift up through all fours to downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to the hands. Lengthen out, inhale. Exhale, fold down, nose to knees. Inhale all the way up. Stretch your heart up, hands touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. We are at the top of the mat. Let's balance. Left knee up. Interlace the fingers in front of the left shin and squeeze the left knee as close to the belly as you can. Squeeze it in, roll your shoulders down and back, stabilize your hips to one level. We will move to easy side angle pose. So slide your hands to prayer hands onto the heart and slowly bend your right knee, step your left foot slowly to the back of the mat. Place your left heel down, ground the left foot, place your right forearm onto the right thigh and sweep the left arm over the head. Keep your hips open, stacking right hip underneath the left. Keep rolling your chest and lungs towards the ceiling. Soften your gaze, soften your fingers. Take a look down, drop the hands down. Take the left knee down, step the right foot back. Get onto your knees, step the knees a little bit wider, hips to heels. And now walk your fingers to the left, go to diagonal stretch on the right side body. Walk this right arm, right fingers as much to the left and forward as you can. Breathe into the right side body. As I said, the flow is to feel good today, nothing too drastic. All the movements arrive into your long breaths. Walk through the center and hit the right side. Left arm stretches over to the right and forward, hips to heels. Breathe into the left side of your lungs. creating more and more stretch there. Perfect. Move through the center, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, move through Vinyasa, plank pose. Exhale, lower Chaturanga. If you like, it can be easier on your knees. Create a shelf, bend the elbows. Breathe in, open, squeeze the shoulder blades in, squeeze your glutes in. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Then step or hop forward between your hands. Lengthen as you arrive. Exhale, fold down towards your legs. Inhale to rise all the way up. Stretch your heart up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. Send your right knee up towards the chest. Interlace the fingers in front of your shin. Roll your shoulders down and back. Squeeze the left side gluteus medius. It will provide you a nice leveled hips. Shoulders away from your ears. Take your hands onto the heart and slowly hover the right leg back. Slow, silent step to the back of the mat. Ground your right heel down, send the left forearm onto the left thigh, sweep your right arm over the head. Along right side body. Maybe even twist your left side longs to the right. Left shoulder away from your left ear. Take one more cycle of breath. Take a look down, hands down. Right knee down, step the left foot back. And this time slide your right arm underneath the left to twist. Place your head down. If this is too easy for you, you can walk left fingers forward and maybe even lifting the left knee up. It will be a little bit more twisty. But if this is way too much, you can drop your left knee down and keep the left hand close to your face. Move through the center, so come back up to all fours. Exhale, left hand to the right side, head down. One option, stay here, or move your right arm forward, lift your right knee up. One more cycle of breath. Come back to the center. Spread your fingers, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll to the plank pose forward. Exhale through Vinyasa. Maybe this time you keep your knees off the ground if you like. Inhale, untuck your toes, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Exhale, strong belly to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Every breath in energizes you, and the breathe out grounds you, centers you. Yogi's choice this time. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, step or jump forward between your hands as lightly as you can. Lengthen. Exhale, fall down to the legs. Inhale, climb all the way up. Stretch your arms over the head. Exhale, hands through the heart. Bend the knees gently. Open your left knee to the outside and cross your left ankle over the right thigh for figure 4. Hands to the heart and slowly start to lower. Maybe this is your maximum and you stay higher. Maybe you can place your forearms on your shin, keep the left foot flexed. As always, you have a wall next to you. You can hold it if you need to. One place to look at, drishti, sitting bones away from your chest. We will step it to high lunge. Unravel the legs and step the left foot to the back of the mat. Silent step backward, sweep your arms up. Strengthen left side glutes, point your right knee to the same direction as right and third toe. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, breathe in, and breathe out, tilt your body to the right. 3 long breaths here. Come back to the center. Let's try three-legged flow. We will see how it goes. We will just cut it step by step. So you shoot the right leg behind into three-legged dog. Then we move forward, inhaling to the three-legged plank pose. Exhale, keep your right leg lifted as you lower chaturanga. And now drop the right toes down, untuck your left toes, open, squeeze the shoulder blades, bravo. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, step or hop between the hands, your choice. Lengthen. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms above the head. Exhale, hands through the heart. Gently bend your knees, open your right knee to the outside. Cross your right ankle over the left, tie hands to the heart. And slowly start to lower if you can, because it's totally okay to stay higher. What is important is that you keep the bend in your left knee. This will give you a nice opening at the right hip. Sitting bones back, chest forward. It's like you are lengthening your rib cage away from your hips. And then step your right foot to the back of the mat slowly. Take your time, take your time. The slower the better. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Hold your right wrist. Exhale, tilt your body to the left. Relaxed at your face, strong at your glutes, strong at your legs. Breathe in back through the center. Exhale, drop the hands down. Let's try to practice three-legged vinyasa. Shoot your left leg back to three-legged dog. Inhale, keep it three-legged as you plank forward. Lower down, still keeping the leg lifted. This is a challenge. And then drop the foot and tuck your toes. Open for upward dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Stay for about 3 breaths and soon we will start to create a longer standing sequence. Lift your right leg high up. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Once again, find high lunge. Lift your arms up. And this time, drop your right arm down. Take the left hand behind your head. Lean back a little bit. Pay attention to keep your shoulder blades flat on your ribs. So you don't want to wing your blades off your scapula. They stay flat on the spine. And now place your right fingers behind your spine. So it's like trying Gomukhasana arms, but really pay attention to keep your blades on the spine. So it's rather approaching to hold the fingers together rather than holding them really together. Take one more breath in, lean back a little bit. And then ground your left heel down. Let's take a peaceful warrior with those arms. So bend the right knee, heart up and back. Point your elbows backward. Straight your right leg, parallel your feet. Point the elbows backward. The hands don't need to touch. Just feel this opening across the shoulders and front body. And on your exhale, keep those arms as you fold. Soften the neck, soften your face. Keep pointing the elbows back. Drop the fingers underneath your shoulders. Again, open to cow pose like we did at the beginning. Exhale, round to the cat pose. Open your toes wide and walk towards the right knee. Bend your right knee to Skandasana. Maybe you can balance with the hands forward. If not, keep your hands down and stay higher. Try to relax your neck. And then shift to the other side. Walk your fingers to the left. Bend your left knee, point your right toes up. Find your way into the nice feeling. If it's way too much, always go halfway down. There are always options. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Bend your left knee and place your left knee down. Right knee is bent 90 degrees. One option, stay on your hands. Lizard pose. And I really want us to target the hip flexors rather than opening the right hip. So keep your right knee close to the right shoulder. Do not allow the right knee to slip away. Stay on your hands or lower your forearms onto the block. Or if you are very open, lower your forearms onto the ground. And relax the head. Squeeze left side glutes. Keep your right knee close to the right top shoulder. Send the opening to the left hip flexors, left quads. One more cycle of breath. Straight your arms and straight your right leg, half split. Point your toes towards your face. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, find a new depth. For some, it is quite hard already to stay halfway down with straight spine. If you feel you have a room to fold, fold, but it is never necessary. Use your breath to communicate with your body. And if you feel too tight, then back off a little bit, go higher. We will go to the end of the practice soon, and we will find a pinnacle shape, which will be the Compas pose. That's why we will open the legs from many different angles. Bend your right knee and take a flow, any flow you like, including three-legged flow we learned before. So you can shoot the right leg behind. If this is too much, go for your usual flow. Or you can even skip the flow if your body needs to. Bravo, exactly. With control, the slower the better. Exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. High lunge, climb up, arms up. Strengthen your legs. Drop your left arm down, place your right hand behind the head. And then wrap the left arm behind your back. So rather try to approach Gomukhasana arms, fingers trying to point it towards each other, but at the same time, keep your shoulder blades flat. Lean back a little bit. Point your elbows backward. Feel the strength of your arms. Now drop the right heel down, peaceful warrior from here. Heart up and back. Elbows pointed back. Straight your left leg. Make your feet parallel. Keep those arms, elbows pointed back, fingers pointed towards each other. Exhale, fold down. Prasarita Padottanasana. Strengthen front of your legs. Quads, quadriceps, knees, kneecaps, toes pressed down, and then relax the hands down. Again, breathe in cow shape, open. Breathe out, cut around the spine, empty pelvic floor up. Come back to neutral spine, open your toes to the outside. Bend your left knee. And one option, stay in your Skandasana, but stretch your left side body, left arm over the head. If this will be easier for you, sit down. Actually, if it's okay, sit down, everybody. And the right fingers, I will point your direction. Right fingers onto the left ankle. And then tilt your body to reversed Marichyasana. And actually already we start to mimic the Compas pose. Right fingers on the ankle, left arm over the head, and you start to reach towards your right toes. I know some of you are very, very open in this plane. Then you can hold your toes and you can sneak the chest underneath the arm, opening the heart. But of course, if you are higher with your reverse Marichya, then stay higher. Now the test will be for strength, come back to the center. Can you come back to the same Skandasana before without using your arms? If not, use your arms. If this is too difficult for your knee, you can even pivot to the side and hold yourself with the hands to come back to Skandasana. Let's walk to the right side. Bend your right knee. And now try to place your bump down. If you cannot, once again, you can point your right knee to the right side and you can sit with the help of your hands. Right knee is lifted. Hold your right ankle with left fingers. Lift your right arm up. Inhale. On exhale, sway your body to the left. Wherever you are, it's perfect. If you hold your toes, imagine that you are creating a window for your chest. And you try to roll your chest through the gate of your right tricep and left thigh. Wherever you are, if it's tight, breathe through the shape. With the breath, give yourself more room. Come back up. Can you lift yourself up, not using your hands? If not, use your hands. And then walk again to the front of the mat. Right knee on the ground, bend your left knee, arms to the inside of the left leg, lizard pose. Maybe sneak the right knee more backward. One option, stay here, or go onto the block with your forearms, or all the way down onto your forearms. Relax the head down. Squeeze right side glutes. Keep left knee close to the left top shoulder. Focus on opening at the front of your right hip flexors. Sometimes it helps to imagine that we have a tiny lungs in front of the right hip and you are breathing space there, openness there. Bravo, climb back up. Straight your left leg, half Hanumanasana. Point your toes towards your face and keep your spine long. Use the quiet moments to reconnect with your body. As you learn to dive deeper into sensation, it is where you build this awareness of here and now moment. Let's bend the left knee. Take Vinyasa of your choice, including three-legged Vinyasa, or even you can skip Vinyasa if you wish. Keep your belly strong, spread across the collarbones as you do Chaturanga. Breathe in, open the front body. Urdhva Mukha, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One last standing sequence. This time it will be shorter. Breathe in, right leg high up. Exhale, right foot forward between your hands. Ground your left heel down. Inhale to warrior two, circle your arms. Dare to find drishti point immediately. Eyes on one point. Refine your breath. And now straight your right leg. Roll your right arm over your head. Slide your left hand down the left leg. Take a moment here. And like promised, this will be short one. We will be second time mimicking our compass pose, this time in the triangle shape. It might seem a little bit complicated, but we will break it step by step. So take the right hand to Trikonasana. Lift your left arm up. And now, if you cannot, keep the right hand on your right shin, but if you can, maybe the right fingers will go outside the right leg to the ground. Always you can use a block. Send the left arm over the head. And now roll down, look down, a little bit bend the right knee if you need to, it's not a mistake. And then take the left hand outside the right foot. Grab the outer edge of the foot. Stand on the hand and then take the heart and head through the gate of your tricep and leg. It's a tough one. I know it requires a lot of stretch. But if your drishti is down, it's okay. If you are not rolling through your arm and leg, it's also okay. Just be where you are and breathe about 3 more breaths. Clear it out with Vinyasa. Look down, hands down. Step back, take any flow you like. I will be doing easier one on my knees. Always listen to the signals of your shoulders. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Only left side left. Breathe in, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward between your hands. Ground your right heel, circle your right arm up and around into warrior two. Make no rush. Connect to your center channel, especially when you breathe out. Lift the pelvic floor, tune your abs. Go deeply into your legs. Now straight your left leg, right hand down, left arm over the head. Long side body stretch. And let's mimic Compas pose in Trikonasana A. Take the left hand down to the left shin, right arm up. Now, can we drop the left fingers to the floor? Sweep your right arm over the head. Take a look down. Take right fingers to the outer edge of your left foot, pinky toe edge. And maybe that's all. Maybe you need to bend the left knee to do that. That's okay too. If you have space, sneak the head and the heart through the arm and the leg. Pivot your left side ribs and lungs to the right. Some of you who are very open, you can even peek up towards the ceiling. If you are not that open, look down. 3 more breaths. Take a look down, hands down. Last flow, last vinyasa. Breathe in, plank pose. Breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, open up. And breathe out to downward facing dog. This time, place your knees down to the ground. Switch your shin bones to one side and sit down. We flirt with our compass a lot, and now we are going to finish with attempt of Compas pose. Straight your left leg and pull your right foot in towards your chest. I will face you a little bit more. So right foot in, cradle the leg, right and left. It's like making a baby cradle. If this is easy, take your right foot a little bit higher and more in towards your chest. Keep moving right and left. And if this is still easy, lift a little bit higher, like towards your forehead, and pull it in. And keep cradle right and left. Always there is many options, so choose yours. Now take the left hand down, left fingers down, and start to kick your right leg to the outside. Few times a kick. It might be with a little bit bent knee, but if you are able to, you might be able to completely straight your leg. So check out for yourself, finding some warmth. Now slide your right knee underneath your armpit like an archer. Pull it back and send the left fingers forward, creating a Gya Mudra with a thumb and indicate finger together. Point to direction of your drishti and also to direction of your intention. Wherever you are at your journey, the most important job you have is to enjoy it. Taste every bit of it. And let's hit the Compas pose. Right arm underneath the right thigh. Left fingers from the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Climb this right thigh as high to the right shoulder as you can. And then drop your right hand down. Maybe that's all. Maybe this is where you feel blocked and stay here. Or maybe you can straight the right leg a little bit more. Roll your chest up. Bravo, exactly. Find your drishti. 3 more breaths. Just to lock a little bit this shape in our muscles memory, so each time it will get easier. And then release. Straight your right leg. Then roll a little bit right and left to massage your sitting bones, massage your glutes. Finishing with the left side. Take your left foot in towards your chest. Cradle the leg. Right and left, right and left. Either stay on this level or lift your left foot closer towards your chest. Bring it in. Cradle, right and left, right and left. Finally, you might want to lift your left foot even higher towards the forehead and pull it in. Cradle, right and left, right and left. Step by step, listen to your body. And then place your right hand outside the right hip. Start to kick your left leg back, to the left actually, and back. If you are able, straight the leg completely. If not, keep it gently bent. And now pull your left knee underneath your left armpit. Extend your right fingers forward. Connect the thumb and indicate finger together. Gya Mudra. Stay focused. Let's attempt a Compas. Left arm underneath the left thigh. Climb this leg as high it will get. Drop the left hand down and listen. Hip down, hip up, both are okay. So if some of you would like to lift the hip, then it's okay too. And right fingers outside the left foot, left hand down. Either keep your left hip anchored down or take it up. So this pose, like every other pose in yoga, is full of aliveness. You can express this aliveness with trying to reach your heart a little bit higher. Maybe you need to bend your left knee. All poses are journey as well. 2 more breaths. I see you giving me amazing Compas pose today, so bravo. And then release it down, straight your left leg forward, roll a little bit right and left. And let's slow it down. Shoot your sitting bones more forward, extend your arms, activate your core and slowly lower down. Lower spine, mid spine, and upper spine. Stretch your arms behind your head. Bend your knees a little bit more, heels towards the glutes. Lift the hips up. Stay here for about 5 breaths. Keep energy between your legs, energy between your sitting bones. Open the front body. Slowly lower down upper spine, mid spine, and lower spine. Cross your right thigh over the left, cactus the arms. Bend the elbows, extend your elbows to the sides. Now shimmy your hips slightly to the right and then allow your knees to drop to the left. If it helps you, you can anchor the left hand onto the outer right thigh. Let's slow down. Drifting in the final relaxation. Step by step, peel off any extra tension. Come back through the center and switch so that the left leg is on the top. Shimmy your hips slightly to the left and then allow your knees to drop to the right. Right hand on the left outer thigh. Anchor your left shoulder down. Come back to the center. Join your inner feet together on the mat and allow your knees to splay out. Place one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly. Close your eyes already. Make your face as soft as it can be. No expression. Also listen to your heartbeats. We will stay here about 30 more seconds in sleeping butterfly and then moving to Shavasana. So if you need, grab a blanket. If you can, stay longer. And as always, if you cannot, then thank you for practicing together. And we will stay for Shavasana. So extend your legs when you are ready. Maybe put on some socks if you need to, or blanket. Open your palms towards the ceiling. But if you are example of someone who needs a little bit less for your lumbar spine in Shavasana, then you can keep your knees bent and allow your knees to fall into touch. Take your time to arrive and then enjoy to your fullest. How nice it is to have face relaxed. Sometimes when we relax the face, it feels really like a bliss. We do not realize we have the tensions accumulated on our face until we will relax it completely. Keep your shoulders heavy. Soften your upper arms, forearms, and fingers. Step by step, moment by moment, wherever you are on your journey, enjoy. Maybe there are some tickling sensation at your palms, at your feet. Maybe you can feel this aliveness at your legs and arms. Sense your aliveness also in your breath. In Sanskrit, in yoga, it's called prana, the life force. Coming back again and again to moment by moment awareness, not rushing into the future, not trying to skip this moment. It will be such a pity to skip it. Train your mindfulness to stay present. And the practice was about to feel good. So find as many good feelings in your body as you can and connect them together. So at the end, it feels like your body is shining with the pleasant feelings, with all the blissful, peaceful elements connected together. I will hold you here for about 2 more minutes together, and then I will wake us up. Slowly, if you are ready, you can start to move your fingers and toes. By all means, if you are someone who enjoys your Shavasana longer, stay as long as you wish to. Otherwise, if you are ready, then start to wake up your body, wake up your arms, roll the head from side to side, make some bigger movements with your legs. And choose your way to come back to the seated position the way you like. You can crawl from one side to sit or forward and back and eventually sit. Perfect. Job today, everybody. Let's connect the hands into the prayer hands, finishing with the sound of Om. Let's take one full breathe in and then breathe out sound of Om. Breathe in. Opening eyes. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep this energy throughout the weekend.
Thank you.